Hey guys, Justin Murphy here with my brother Julian.
Yo.
Just want to let everybody know, first of all, thank you so much for the overwhelming support.
Yeah, it's been massive.
It's been awesome. This is really exciting for Canadian disc golf. We're gonna be big here. We gotta really build this, and we really appreciate all the kind words, and we want to let you know that.
Yeah, we're moving over to a new channel, dedicated channel to disc golf, so it's going to be True North Disc Golf, and all of our videos will be uploaded there from now on, so please like and subscribe to that channel.
Do you think that would include Derek Jones's minus 14 round?
Well, I don't know if we should say that out loud just yet in case these people haven't watched it, but
I see.
In case they decide to watch it, he may or may not have done that, and who knows how many holes it was. It could have been 30, 40, 10.
40, 10.
Just a really, really sound number.
Let us know any kind of constructive criticism in the comments below. We'll take it and run with it. This is our first time too. We're new at this, so we could build this all together basically as a Canadian disc golf team. And we're open to anything, really. We're very easygoing brothers.
Mm-hmm. And send most of the constructive criticism Justin's way.
I knew that.
I know he needs it, but I mean, I'll take the odd one too if you have to. But really,
towards me, I can take it. That's
this
fine.
guy.
I'm older. Anyway, let's keep this train going. We're gonna hopefully get some more tournaments in the near future, and we're gonna be posting this on our new page, True North Disc Golf. This is very exciting, guys. Julian,
like and subscribe, folks. Have a great one.
Have a good one, guys. Take care.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Back 9 coverage of the first ever True North Disc Golf Productions round covered from the Ontario Provincial Championships. I am one of your hosts, Julian Murphy, and our other host here is
Justin Murphy. Yes, we're brothers. Stop asking.
And we are here on the Back 9. So here are the scores. We're going to jump right into this. So the first 9 was a little bit rough for some of the players, as you can see here. Cam Zanini, though, shooting a 5 down. And that's going to be leading right now out of these 4 guys. Dave Coe with a 5 over. Ben Kurvits shooting a solid +1. And Jason Paasila shooting a +4. So what are some of the things that we saw in that last round, Justin?
We saw some excellent forehands and backhands from Cam, especially. I'd love to see Dave. He's going to make the adjustment, I believe, for sure, to get some of those putts to drop. I know he's a great putter. That's a solid round. It's a very smart, conservative round, especially with all the OB here.
Yeah, and he's definitely playing for par, you could tell in that front 9.
Yeah, which is not a bad play. The back 9, in my opinion, is easier. Julian here has the statistics to tell us, so that'll be great. And then Jason, he's going to get going here. For sure, he's going to get going. And I'm super excited to see what this back 9 has to offer. Speaking of which, a very tough hole to start. Hole 10. 365 feet, you've got this pond to deal with, which collects a lot of frisbees, folks. This schnarb around the pond plays OB. So kind of the play here would be to throw like maybe a forehand out wide and have it come smash into the basket at the end. The backhand play with maybe a fairway driver or a driver needs to be on hyzer and has to clear water, Julian, a lot more.
All right, and here's Cam Zanini opening up our card. And he throws a laser. Let's see, that's got to get over the water. And it just does. Is that safe? I think that's got to be safe.
I think Cam is asking us as well, Cam. We're not sure.
We're going to have to see when you get a little bit closer, Cam. And Ben Kurvits, he's also lining up a backhand.
Surprised by that. He has a great forehand.
Yeah, he's going with the full flight of the disc, and he wants that to fade nicely and stop right before the long grass. And that just skipped out of bounds and almost hit our camera person.
Yeah, they're in a good spot there in the schnarb. I'm going to continue saying it like that, Julian.
We'd appreciate you to do that, Justin.
Thanks.
And here's Jason Paasila. He's going to be trying to throw a bit of a flex on it, and that just stables out. But he's going to have, as long as that stays safe, a safe look for par.
There's
easy
that mini stamp strike
shot.
That's what it is. It's a mini stamp strike. That's my And what he did there is not a bad play. It's kind of this par, right?
Yeah. And here's Dave Coe, and he gets that low, and that's got to sit down right here, and it does. So he's not going to be out of bounds. He'll have an easy over the pond shot. Layup for par here.
The water spraying off his disc there was insane. It must be raining a lot more, and this is in trouble.
He's going to want that to be pretty stable, and he throws that out of bounds.
It's well out of bounds. That was way back there.
Still feeling the pressure from that front 9. Jason with a soft forehand, and he hits a tree. He's still got to look for that par putt.
Yeah, that's a knee knocker, Julian. As we talked about those in round 1. Knee knockers are not fun, folks.
And it looks like Cam was safe, and he took his meter. And he has a long putt. He's going to be...
Beautiful step putt.
Did you get that? Oh,
No.
we just missed the result there, but the camera got there and caught up to him missing that putt.
Again, great placement of the golf cart here by our film staff, so we'll have to discuss that with them. They're actually in the other room right now. Oh,
no.
Jason.
Just hits the front of the cage, almost in.
Julian, you wonder if he's feeling a bit of nerves after putting on 9 in our previous video. He had a couple of air balls there on his last basket.
Well, and with True North makes the bogey putt. With True North Disc Golf Productions being a new company, a lot of these guys, being Canadian, haven't been on coverage very much. So they're feeling the extra pressure, not only of being in the provincial championships, but also from being on camera for the first time. And there's Ben Kurvits. He's cleaning up his par. This is his play all day long. He's just been playing for par, and it has been working for him.
Yeah, it has.
And Cam Zanini
Had his par, and Jason is going to have his bogey.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's a tough hole. And
tough
he,
disc pickup too. That's a 900 rated disc pickup, Jason.
and with that hole playing as the 4th hardest, I mean, you're not going to expect great scores. 2 pars and 2 bogeys is not the worst thing that can come out of it. It's not ideal, but it could have been worse for sure.
The worst thing is lost plastic and those strokes, and so no one had any lost plastic there, which is always the goal going into holes with water, Julian.
Everybody's bag is intact.
That's what she said.
Hole 11.
Yes, hole 11, big wide forehand here. I throw an overstable mid, maybe some Firebirds for some people or a driver, but it's definitely an open forehand. Try and get it to funnel back to the right side here, as there is only OB early off the tee directly in front of you. A backhand is a much harder shot, definitely doable with a turnover, but the forehand should be the play in my amateur opinion.
Cam Zanini starting off for us. He's throwing that forehand you're talking about.
So I know I've said it 83 times. The guy's smooth as silk.
And
Roll.
look at that roll. That's and that's gonna sit down.
That's the pro play groundwork right there.
Yeah, you gotta stop at about 50 feet short and then play that 48-foot roll towards the basket.
It's always the high percentage shot. That's tight.
Ben Kurvits, he gets around the tree. He might be a little bit short here. Clips a tree. He's gonna have a look at it, probably from circle's edge, maybe a little bit outside.
And you wonder here, Julian, what the wind might be doing for that type of putt. If whether the trees are blocking it or if he actually has that gusty left or right there.
Yeah, definitely. And Jason Paasila, that is a great line. That's very typical of this one. You want to put it out a little bit wider so it skips in nice and close, and that disc just wants to fall right next to the basket.
And you know what? I'm going to go on a limb here. He is not missing that, and that is going to make up for a couple of miffs on the last couple holes as Dave throws a nice backhand turnover here. That's not bad, circle's edge.
That is the uncommon play, but certainly not a bad result.
Yeah, if you don't have a forehand, that's kind of what you want to do here. Throw it out wide and, like I said, have it collect toward the basket there.
Now this hole and the next hole are the 5th easiest holes on the course. So they are averaging a third of a stroke under par. And we see Ben missing that birdie putt, but he'll be cleaning up his safe par play.
As Ben's are doing on this course. Let's get Dave here. Come on, Dave, let's go. He's just going to miss short all day. It's so hard to commit to a putt like that in the wind, with the rain, in a big tournament on camera, I'm assuming.
All right, we've got Cam here for the birdie. He gets it. He's getting these all day long.
He's not missing that. He is going to slam water off his disc again, which is a definite pro play as well. Don't waste your towels, folks. Slam the water off it as Ben taps his par in.
Jason Paasila.
Oh,
Easy birdie.
Bag
on.
Mary
Umbrella in the hand.
Yeah.
Cleans up the birdie.
And there's
He's close enough to be able to do that.
One lonely disc left there, Julian. And who is it?
That's Dave Coe for par, I believe.
Yep.
Hard to see. Dave Coe with the umbrella for a head. Oh, no, there he is. There's Dave Coe. And he cleans up that par.
Yes, he did.
And we are on to our first par 5 of the round here.
Yes, we are. As we touch on what they have just done, you guys saw it there. 2 birds, 2 par. I mean, that hole you're not bogeying often, especially in the MPO division, especially at these 4 wonderful disc golfers. You're not going to see many 4s there, Julian.
No, and it was averaging pretty easy. A third of a stroke under par, like I said earlier.
Not surprising on that one.
As is the next one. And a big shout out to Innova Disc Golf, supporting the game that we all love. They've been around for a long time, putting out many fantastic molds of disc.
I would venture to say 30 years of the Shark they've been around.
At very least 30 years of the Shark, a little bit longer, I think, with the AVR. But just a fantastic company, and they've been supporting disc golf, putting in new courses, especially Innova North here, putting in new courses all year long. We've had several of them going in all around Ontario. So big shout out to Innova, and specifically Daryl for all of his hard work putting in new courses here.
Yeah, and this is that par 5 we talked about. Throw 2 big shots and get yourself into position. This is going to be quite, Julian, probably an easy birdie for these guys. And I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially saw some eagle looks here. But you throw whatever you want that's going to get far and straight down the fairway and just try and avoid those bunkers. That's about it, Julian. And maybe the trees on the right side are kind of tough to get out of, but you can still even squeak a birdie out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a rip from Cam Zanini. That is long. Anytime you can still see the disc a little bit on the way back up the hill,
nice tats,
you know that's
too.
a long that's a long shot.
1,000 rated tats on Cam there. Roller.
Jason Paasila, is he going with the roller here?
I hope so. Get out of my life, Jason.
Oh my goodness,
stand up.
That's got to flip up, and that could be good. Is he on top of that hill?
It's hard to say where he is, but I'm like, you're in the middle. He is, not you. I mean, maybe you are.
I can be. Certainly a good result.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a good spot to be.
Not
for
a lot
sure.
of distance, but definitely attackable from there. And like I said, he's gonna have a birdie look, I would think, after he throws another 2 shots there.
And Ben, he is looking to get it just past the cameraman. What a perfect angle. Good catch on that one.
Here's a roll. With
And
a leaf on it?
That's a really common landing zone for a lot of players, is just kind of in that that gully that you can't see beyond that hill. And
That's
Dave
going to
Cole,
get those trees.
Oh, that's got to fade. Hopefully that's pretty stable. And the rain is making this more stable. This is the droplets falling on the left side of the disc.
Crazy. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
I
a
was
good shot.
definitely fooled by not being there in person. That's a wonderful shot, Dave. Someone through here. Looks like Jason, and that's a good spot. So from there, he's going to have Julian 110 feet to lay up for a par or even maybe a safe eagle bid.
Yeah, he's going to be playing over the bunkers, and hopefully he clears those, but because they play as a hazard on this hole. And Ben lining up a forehand, and he's going to get the full flight of this disc. Barely any movement in his body, and look how far that shot was.
Yeah, hopefully he's not too pinched by that tree. He shouldn't be. I'm often there myself, throwing sawed-off forehands. Yeah, he should be good, though. Nice. You kind of take the bunkers out of play there, Julian, with that shot.
Yeah, definitely. And here's Dave Cole lining up a big backhand. Now, keep in mind, folks, it is raining on this day. The wind is there, and it certainly makes the throw, the grip for your discs a lot harder. And these guys are just making it seem like the weather is sunny, no wind, just a nice clear day that we're playing disc golf in. Now, Cam has hit a tree here, but
oh my
look at that,
goodness,
it gets all the way through. And he's actually going to have a look for a... is that an eagle putt?
That'll be an eagle putt, Julian. You know what? I think Cam knows he got away with one there. But you know what? You take what the course gives you, and this has got to get lucky.
Sure. Oh, no. That's got to...
That's
Oh, that's
probably
skipping
in
to the
the
sand.
hazard.
Yeah, that's in the hazard. Shoot, so he'll still have a par putt.
Yeah, that's why this hole, I think, plays easy. You know, you get to there and you still have a par putt. As Dave gets in there, and this is going to go in the sand too, I hope not.
No, he's going to just pass it and hits the metal.
Just kidding, Dave. Wonderful shot again.
You can't do an upshot any better than that. It was almost leaning against the basket. He might get a bruise on his head from picking up his disc there.
Yeah, he should. Hopefully he's coordinated enough from Julian not to do that.
And Ben Kurvits,
that's got to sit.
Oh no, slides it into the far bunker, and that's a hazard as well. So he will have a not too far par putt.
Julian, this is an eagle run. I gotta put my sunglasses on for this thing. This is...
Come on.
No,
Oh, he lays it up.
You know what? And it's so hard with those... I can take these sunglasses off now. It's so hard with the hazard of, you know... Oh, sorry, Jason.
Ouch.
I talked right through
Oh
his
no,
putt.
and a roll.
That might go into the other bunker.
No, it's going to sit down. He's going to have a look for bogey. It's a little bit of a long one uphill. He's still away.
I was just saying it's hard to commit to that with the sand there. Great comeback.
Great comebacker for sure.
Did he just wave to someone? Someone clap for him. Way to go, Jason.
Ben Kurvits puts it in.
There you go,
for
Julian.
his par.
Yeah, the par out of the sand is, you know, sometimes if you want to get aggressive and you know you can still make a putt for par there if you want to try and have an eagle run.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, Ben, all day long, he's playing for gray. He wants that gray score at the bottom. It's keeping him in a great spot. I mean, he's in second place on this card.
Yeah, by quite a actually healthy portion here too, score-wise.
Yeah,
absolutely. Look at him raking his foot marks. This guy is a true professional.
Dave Coe with a drop-in birdie.
Ben being very courteous. I love that. Yeah, that was and not to overlooked Dave's drop and birdie there that I said was going to go in the sand and clearly didn't.
Yeah, that was a well-played hole. Two birdies, I'm sorry, a bogey and a par. That's a great one, and that's averaging a third under par as well, this hole. So we're going to be on to hole 13 now.
Yeah, I like hole 13. It's tough. So obviously not going to be sunny like this today, but this is 400 feet. This tree here collects a lot of backhands on the right, and that schnarb takes everything. Everything goes in there. It's OB. You take back, stroke and distance where you get back to where it entered. And kind of the play here would be either a big backhand that you know is going to funnel out to the left and just give you an open look to save your par, or a big power forehand will get you down there. We might see Cam throw that, but anything left side, barring some super left, you will be safe. I cannot believe how smooth this guy's forehand is.
And that's the play. You want to throw a nice, hard forehand straight. If you've got it, if you've got the distance, I mean, I think he actually is beyond the basket with that throw.
He's
even pushing the next tee pad.
Yeah, not even trying.
Without even putting his entire body into it.
This is the shot, Julian. I got to see this. This is treacherous.
Now, Dave, look at this. He did it in hole 3 as well. Just such a touch backhand.
It's a great spot. Safe. Great spot, though. Like 50 feet on a backhand that's fine. You're going to get your par.
But he avoided that big tree in the rough that swallows so many discs.
Very true.
Ben Kurvits, full flight.
This is going to be hopefully long enough. It's a wonderful line. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's got possibly an inside the circle putt for birdie.
You don't see that too often. That's a great shot, Ben. Way to go.
Yeah, it is a long hole. And Jason is also playing the backhand line. And that's got to stable up pretty soon, hopefully. Or just be long enough. And
I think he popped the tire on that cart.
Shoot. They're going to have a hard time getting around after that.
Yeah, hopefully they stop parking it in play. And he's going for the camera lady. Nice shot, Jason.
Yeah, good recovery.
There's Chris Oz back there. Tournament director Chris Oz.
Just telling everybody to keep up the good work, keep up the high spirits. We know it's raining, but still disc golf, fellas.
And he also potentially is playing Julian as well. He might be playing that hole as well.
Cam Zanini with a long look. No way! Makes a 65, 70-footer. Holy cow, what a putt. Look at this.
Yay, Cam. Come on, Julian, let's see how close this was to not going in. You know what? Sometimes it's your day, guys.
Unreal.
Sometimes,
bounces off the front of the cage. Great putt. Well done, Cam.
And Julian, do you happen to know how many birdies were on that? Well, okay, there's 2.
At least 2.
Wow.
Let's see. This hole is averaging a quarter stroke over par. So these pros actually played the hole very well.
No kidding.
But that was a great putt. Holy cow.
I'd say great result. The putt itself was good enough to go in, obviously. But you know what, Cam? We all get those, and man, take it when you get it.
Well, you don't see that flutter off the front of the cage too often, where it actually ends up in the basket.
Yeah.
Usually it
like
bounces
straight
out.
up. Yeah, that's a good. It's Cam's day. He's feeling it. His no effort forehand got him down there into the spot where he could make that putt. So
he's making this course look easy.
Oh man, he's 8 down.
Yeah, another well played hole. 2 birdies. Ben Kurvits breaking his par streak, so he's going off the script here and getting a birdie.
Hey everybody, as huge fans of disc golf, it's been our pleasure to travel to local events and bring you the very best footage that we can. Our hope is to showcase the local talent here in Canada and all of its beautiful courses.
Also, come check out our other project with me, Vaping with Lisa, at the link above. We hope you enjoy.
Thank you very much, True North Vapor, for sponsoring this video and making it possible. You might see some of our cameramen in the background rocking the True North Disc Golf Club gear. Just a fantastic company all around, and we thank you very much for helping us get this footage.
Absolutely, and giving us the opportunity, Julian, to commentate this. Now, that was a quick drone fly. This is another par 5, a little harder than the other one. It's 2, I'm going to say 3 full pumps, maybe 2.5. Big forehand here is going to get you into the landing zone. You just got to watch that schnarb over there and the pond, Julian.
Well, Cam Zanini doesn't actually need to do a whole lot to get his disc 350 feet on a forehand, and it looks like he did just that. That's a perfect landing zone. All the trees are out of the way. He's going to have a safe look on the right-hand side to get it over all of the OB. And Ben is trying to do the same thing here, but with a bit more flex on the disc. He's actually trying to kill our cameraman.
That's Jeff, it looks like. It looks like Big Jeff down there, I think.
Oh, just misses him.
Great spot to be. So these discs, those first 2 shots are right where you want to be. And Dave's going to show us this tough backhand shot, but I think he's got this. Oh, no.
Oh,
yeah, he's not even going
just
to
let
watch
that
it
a
finish.
little bit high. So he's going to be safe, but he's going to have a tougher line to the basket. His next shot is going to be about 180 feet worth of OB that he's got to clear.
Yeah. If
Plus
not more,
a little bit of extra fairway, and Jason puts it in the right spot. And
woo!
Just got to do a quick dodge here to get out of the way.
That's a 1050 rated dodge by our cameraman there. Well done.
So look at this. Ko has to put it about 80 feet up and then another 150 feet over the OB.
Like I said, this is another full rip here for these guys.
Yeah, he takes the safe route. His disc's not going to be gone with that.
No, that's a great spot.
And just a great second shot. So he's trying to make the other card play a little bit quicker with that one.
Dave's got a caddy. This is MPO coverage at its best. I don't know who that caddy is, but he is a lucky man or woman. I didn't see.
Ben Kurvits keeps it low.
That's got to get up.
But you know what? That's a safe play. He gets it right into the middle. He's going to have a nice look for his next shot. It's going to be a long look because it's uphill, but certainly not a bad place to be.
Julian, your preference for the next shot here, is it a forehand for you? I often like going forehand to the green here.
For me, I'm perfectly happy getting a par on this hole, so
Right.
My next shot would be a layup before the green.
Okay. Okay.
But all of
When
these
you
guys
eventually get to the point where you're attacking the green, do you like a forehand?
Yeah, definitely I like the forehand. It takes that low-hanging tree on the right out of the way.
That's what I'm thinking.
And ooh, look at that.
The thing
Interesting
is,
line.
though, yeah, it is. But the thing is, anywhere up there, like 200 feet across this fairway, you're pretty much fine for your next shot.
Yeah,
right?
he's going to be lining up a backhand approach probably from that one, hoping to skip it off the green. There's K-Mac in the background. I just saw him
Did you
tapping
see
out a putt.
Kevin?
McIntosh. Oh,
Beauty of a human being.
so Ben lining up the forehand as we were just talking about. That's got to skip, and it does. So he's going to have a putt for birdie with that one.
Rain-assisted skip there, but that's how you play this course in the wet, guys.
Dave Ko, after a fantastic second shot, he's going to have a straight
That's
look.
gotta have to be stable. I can't see it.
Oh, that's got it. No, that's OB on the right-hand side there.
That's tough. That's tough for Dave. He's just not feeling it today.
Jason's got a long backhand look. Let's see what he does with that. He skips it off the green, keeps
It's
it
a
in
long circle
bounds.
two look, I think.
Yeah, he'll have a look at it. It will definitely be a tough one. Easy par, I would imagine. Cam Zanini, though,
This is a prime
his
spot.
third shot.
Uh-oh.
He's not happy
Too
with
much
it.
hyzer. Yeah, I think he might have lost some footing there, it looked like. He'll have a long... I mean, if he can just dance one off the rim for 8 seconds and have it land in gracefully, yeah, he's got another bird.
Well, he's been putting those in all day long, or at least one hole long, so he might be able to do
Yes.
it again here. And
His
Dave
track
Ko,
record feeds for itself.
he's laying up, so he'll be having a drop-in bogey with that OB stroke.
That's unfortunate, but it happens on this hole.
Jason Paasila with a birdie run. Oh, just
Nice try.
misses on the right
Julian,
side.
I think that went OB.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he had a he wanted it, which is always good, but I believe he slipped out of bounds, which is tough.
Okay, I'm lining up his birdie putt. Oh,
He's gonna go out of
top
bounds
of the
too.
cage, is that OB?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah,
So
that's
we've got
tough.
2 putts going out of bounds.
No kidding.
That's why you want to end up on this side where Ben is. I think this is our only birdie look.
I think so too.
Left here, and
Oh, he tickles the chains.
just misses on the left side, but he's going to be safe, so he's going to have a par. I believe everybody else will be putting for bogey.
It's good, get that bogey. You know, it's frustrating for Cam there for sure, but last thing you want to do is let it get into something bigger than it should be. You go out of bounds, you take your lumps.
Now this hole is average in every single way, so the average score on it from our pro cards was 5, which is exactly the par, and it is also right in the middle of our hole rankings from easiest to hardest. So
Wow.
it is the 10th easiest or 8th hardest, however you want to look at that.
I think it's delete the hole then. It's not even playing it.
Doesn't even
what's the
exist.
point? No, it doesn't even exist. What 14?
It is a nice hole. I'd be happy with it being deleted with
Yes.
my noodle arm, but I think everybody else seems to like this one.
So these guys actually playing this hole above the average play, which is, I guess, kind of too bad. But whatever, you know, you didn't let it get into something too bad, like a double or a triple. That can often happen with
Yeah.
some missed putts.
And with an OB stroke, saving bogey is not a bad score on this hole.
Yeah, I agree. That leads us to our next hole. Now we got a couple shorties coming up here. This one here is 255. That Schnarb down the right side is all OB. This massive pine collects a lot more disc than you'd want. The backhand line is super tight. My brother beside me here threw a T-bird yesterday off the top of it for an ace on the backhand line, but just missed. It's a great shot, Julian. And then the more common play, I think, or maybe not common, but the easier place to throw a big forehand hyzer and have it spike down there beside the basket.
All right, let's see what our card does here. Ben Kurvits leading us off with his pars and birdies, taking the tee box. He's throwing a flex forehand, hits that spruce tree, and falls down just to the right of it. That's a really, really common result on this hole. That tree is just perfectly placed. I can't believe they grew it so large in front of that basket just in time for this course to go in.
Yeah, that was extremely good, course designed by Daryl, having that tree brought in from Finland and planted right there.
Just well designed horticulturally.
Yeah, I
Cam
agree.
Zanini hitting the trees on the left, but with a fortunate kick out.
Now, I'm surprised. We got three, I wouldn't say three backhands, but this looks great. I'm going to stop talking for a second here.
Whoa.
Nice shot, David.
Great shot by Dave Coe.
But
He's gonna
no
have an
one
easy
took
birdie
the
putt.
left side of the tree, like I said, was the common play. So maybe it's just my
Well,
look at all four.
I think it is the common play for a forehand dominant player.
Right.
But there is a low backhand line, and all of these guys playing MPO will have a nice low backhand.
Clearly, they're showing us that here right now.
So we've got a few long looks for birdie. Not really. Only one, I would say, putt, maybe two. And Ben lays that up here.
He's got about 18 feet left. He should make his par there, which is what he's been doing all day. Lots of gray.
Cam Zanini with a good look.
There's that nice step putt again. Hyzer in.
No. Oh. He can only make them when they're about 20 feet further than that, guys. That was a little bit too close for him.
Yeah, and it looked like it was going to actually be too clean into the basket as well. He needs that basket play.
Jason Paasila, hits the front of the cage. Good run from Jason.
It's a good run, for sure. And Dave here, with the only chance left to salvage a birdie for our card, lines his putt up, and let's see what he's got for us here. Hey, there's the Dave we know, Julian.
Well put and well putt. And you can see Dave's caddy nice and clearly here. He is just an absolute professional.
Yeah.
Now, as everyone else cleans out their pars here, a big shout out to Jeff Scanlon, a Guelph player who got an ace on this hole. So he managed to throw it in, and that's a huge ace, and that's a good, I don't know, 1 and a bit strokes on most of the rest of his coverage. So nice work, Jeff Scanlon.
Yeah, big shout out to Jeff. That's a great shot. Without knowing the shot, I'll guess that I'll say a backhand putter. Maybe
sure.
that wizard he throws.
No, I don't know. He's a big buzz thrower too, though.
Okay. We'll have to ask next time we see him. As we go through, Dave Coe picking up a stroke on the folks here, getting one back there, and now leading 2 strokes over Jason. And then the other guys, they took their lumps there. That big tree collected their shots, and they got their par.
Now, a big shout out to the Foxwoods Golf Country Club. They put in this course. They took a big gamble. Only golf course in Ontario at the time to have a disc golf course on it that I know of anyway, to have a full-time disc golf course on it. And they did a really, really nice job working with Daryl at Innova North.
Yep. I don't wonder if they took the flags out, because sometimes this flag comes into play, the golf flag. Might be out for this round, but it collects discs sometimes. You want to avoid the green here, as it is OB, as all the golf greens are, but I do not believe anything else is OB here. You've got some natural OB, they call it, which is when your disc gets into a position where you don't really have a great shot behind the basket, but that's about it. Most of these guys are going to throw backhand putters or a soft mid, maybe.
Yeah, and it's not a very long hole, so Dave Coe, he throws a backhand, gets through the trees, and he's going to have a
birdie streak coming up, I think.
20-foot putt looking at it. Now this hole is playing third easiest. Let's see what Ben does. Throws a bit of a flex forehand,
Safe.
so he's going to have a long look for birdie, likely par as a result, unless he can knock down that 35-footer, roughly. Cam Zanini.
Looks like he's throwing a... Not too familiar with Prodigy discs, but I believe it's some sort of a Prodigy putter by the profile of that disc. And
PA 1, 2, 3, or 4 probably.
all right, or all of the above. Maybe it's like a PA 1, 2, 3, 4.
V2.
We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you on that, guys.
Jason
Jason hates
turns it over
he
a
hates
bit.
it.
But you know what? It's not going to be a bad result. Look
Why
at
does
that.
he hate it?
He's
It's
going
12
to be
feet.
probably the closest, or at least least obstructed of anybody on the card here.
Unless he loved it and that was his love it reaction.
Oh, hits the front of the cage, so he's going to have that par. And interesting stat on this hole.
Jason airballed it, Julian.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah, he must have been.
Now he's
actually
grinning.
not
I
as
think
close
he.
as
I think he
thought, but
knows. He's grinning. He knew. He knew. He just kind of got away from him there a little bit.
Well, good thing I didn't share my stat earlier, because what I was going to say is that there wasn't a single bogey on round 1 of the MPO coverage on this hole. So
That's to be expected, Julian.
Yeah, it was playing third easiest. It's a nice, easy putter or mid-range shot. Really, you shouldn't there's no reason to bogey it unless for some reason you end up long in those trees, or short and end up on the green.
Cam and Dave both put their birds in. Dave's on a streak here. Love that. And Cam has been on a streak, Julian, since, I'm going to say 16 holes in. He's still on a streak.
Yeah, he really hasn't stopped. He's had the odd red square on his, but otherwise he's playing very, very well.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, and like Julian said, no bogeys on this card or the group, MPO group on the day. So 2 under on this hole out of 4 guys is pretty common, I would think. It's not a very hard hole. A little bit of elevation to deal with that green lump coming up, but these guys played it perfectly.
We've got hole 17 coming up, one of our last 2 par 4s to finish the course off. And what do we got here, Justin?
Well, that schnarb on the right and left there. Left not so much, but the right comes into play with a turnover backhand. It collects discs and again is OB. You want to land right about here where the drone is and then throw an overstable putter maybe. An overstable mid, or I throw a fairway driver, but these guys are pro and I'm not. And then have it kind of skip down toward this basket that is heavily guarded by trees. A forehand is also a good option on your second shot to take those trees out of the play.
The forehand is certainly a lot more open on the left side. It's just a little bit harder to get it over to the right again.
It is not coming back. And Dave with a big F-bomb. I love it. Love the passion.
And so he's gone out of bounds here.
Hey, Jeff. We'll see him up there.
He's not waving to us, so we'll wave to him.
Hey, Jeff.
And that should fade nicely. That's
great.
A great shot.
Yeah.
Cam Zanini. Oh, and he gets it through the trees.
Jeez.
That is a fantastic landing zone. He has both options. He has a forehand or a backhand here to go with now.
Yeah.
Really, you can't land in a better spot. Let's see what Ben does.
This is the play I like to do. Just throw something, a hyzer, give yourself that forehand angle to the basket. He's got a lot of work left to do from there, but Ben's got a good forehand, and he should be able to have a good attack at that.
Yeah, not a lot of danger on that side. Jason here, he's going to be throwing a nice straight backhand, kind of similar play to Ben.
Yeah.
He might end up a little bit further left, but it's still wide open. Not a whole lot of danger over there.
He got closer to that schnarb than he might have wanted to, but he's safe.
Dave Coe had to lose a bit of his distance here.
I wonder if that's his
With that
dad.
OB.
What do you think, Julian?
I'm going to say uncle, but I have no idea. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say dad, for sure. We'll have to ask Dave next time we see him, as he throws a good up shot to a spot where he can get down there and hopefully save his bogey.
Nice big forehand coming from Jason. Look at that. That just flips up to straight and then finishes nicely. He's going to be finishing probably... She might be 100 feet back from the basket, but still not a bad spot to end up.
Yeah, and that'll happen if these guys don't get a chance to play this course that much. You don't really know your distances, especially blind like this.
Oh, no. Ben's going to want that one back.
Yeah, and he showed us right there, his disc showed us, I should say, how wet this course has gotten as it sprayed water up and down there.
Yeah, these guys are likely just ready to end this round, except for Cam. He wants all of these birdies.
He does not like it. It was a bit wide, but that hill often tends to shoot your disc to 12 feet.
He's going to have a look for birdie inside the circle putt. Unhappy with it, but he'll be happy with the result once he gets down there.
I think Cam has been so used to putting it under the basket that maybe he doesn't want to have to make this 18-footer.
Yeah, he's not a big fan of putting from outside the bullseye.
Yeah, who would be?
He's making them anyway.
Putting's the worst.
Dave
Dave's throwing his first forehand, Julian, of the round.
Interesting hole to do it on, and he actually aims right for our camera girl here and skips it beyond her cart. So, yeah, he's...
there's no way we can prove that's there. Oh, never mind. That's a True North Media t-shirt hanging in it. Forget it. Smart play from Jason there. That's more downhill than it looks on camera, and you can leave yourself a knee knocker on the way back.
Yeah, definitely a good layup. Ben laying it up as well. And
a lot of pine cones like to stop the disc down there too, Julian.
Yeah, the safe play is to skip it off of a pine cone. Hopefully the pine cone goes in the basket. Skips off the disc.
A pine cone in the basket would be sweet too. I'm not sure it counts for anything, but it's like a trick shot, I guess.
Yeah, you get the pride of it. And is this a...
Luna.
Oh, don't say that out loud. He's wearing a Prodigy hat.
Is he allowed to do that? Oh,
It's
that's
the
why.
chains.
If it was a Prodigy putter, I bet you that goes in. And maybe Cam let the nerves get the best of him there. Like I said, he hasn't shown many nerves whatsoever, but that's a putt that I think we've seen Cam routinely make, Julian, this entire round.
Yeah, absolutely. He was just... I think he's just ready for this round to end. He's doing so well.
It's wet. Yeah, maybe he's thinking...
Likely cold.
Cold. He might be thinking, man, I can get to 9 down with this. Happens to me sometimes. I don't normally say I can get to 9 down with this, but I can say I can get to even with this or something.
Yeah, certainly not on the Foxwood course. We'll leave that to the pros. As they walk to the hole 18 tee pad. That hole was a little bit tough. That one's actually surprisingly averaging just under par. Just a tenth of a stroke under par there.
Under par.
That's our 9th easiest hole, so again, right in the middle.
Jeez.
But a bit of a tough result for some of the guys here.
Yeah, I'd say it's Cam still got that 8 down going. He's going to look to finish strong here on hole 18. Low ceiling backhand or forehand if you want, but the backhand's going to get you in the direction of the basket. A lot of guys like to go up this tunnel on the right that you saw, but where the drone flies, right around here is a common landing zone. You get to there and you have either a backhand hyzer around that collection of pine trees or a forehand hyzer to get to this basket that has OB maybe 50 feet long on that parking lot back there, but that really shouldn't come into play with these guys here. Let's see what they got for us on this final hole.
Zanini with the backhand. And
So this is the shot.
Yeah, keeps it nice and low. He wants it to get just past those trees and not end up right at the trunk.
Yeah, hopefully that's not good.
Yeah, he'll at least have something. May not be the best footing though. Jason going with that. Oh no, wide forehand, but hits an early tree and falls down in the fairway.
I like that play. I do that sometimes too. Turn a forehand over and have it get way out left like that. As long as you avoid that golf green, you should be fine.
Ben throwing the backhand version of that.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, look at that. The wet grass just eats up that disc, so there's no ground play.
Yeah, no skip whatsoever.
Dave Cole, oh, that's a great shot. Look at the wind lift that one up. Nice skip. That's got to get past that tree. I think that's the long drive out of the 4 here.
I think so too. And you know what? He might have that because Dave, we obviously have seen likes to throw backhand. He might have that backhand to the green to access it around those pine trees.
Oh, Jason's got a long next shot coming here, and he just throws it around everything. That's a really good recovery shot.
Yeah, it is. He can save his par pretty routinely from there, I would say.
Yeah, he's about 180 feet from the basket. Now this hole is really difficult. Ever since they extended the length of it when they made the course permanent, it's a par 4. I mean, it's 610 feet.
Plays pretty uphill too.
Tons of trees in the way. Ben gets around a couple of them there, but hits one and kind of drops behind it.
Look at this, Julian. How unfortunate that is.
That is
right at that trunk. But can still throw 300 feet standing still. Love that.
That's a great shot. He's going to have a bit of a look at the
has a
basket.
look. And you know what, Julian? Cam's showing us how the ground play works on this course this round for sure. And there's that big hyzer I spoke about. See if Dave can get one there.
He's going to be pretty far away, but you know what? Not a bad result. Should be an easy par for him.
Yeah, he can give that a bid too.
Jason goes through the trees and clips one.
Low ceiling got him again. That's tough. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, and it's tough to throw forehands with the wet discs constantly.
Yeah, agreed for sure. And he doesn't seem to be wiping them off either as Ben places it under the basket.
Yeah, you can only carry so many towels in a round.
Very true. And you know what, Julian? This is the first round of the day. They got another one after this.
Jason, great upshot there. He'll have a close look for.
He might have to straddle around that tree, but that should be no problem for Mr. Paasila.
Now Cam Zanini with a really long birdie look after that standstill forehand. Great stepper, and he drops it, hits the pole, and no, it's rolling away.
Yeah, he's got that.
Oh, not too far.
Feet.
Yeah.
Still a bit disheartening, but
so is this Dave Coe's birdie look?
It sure is.
You know, that was a lot longer than it looked. I thought that was only about 25 or 30 feet, but I bet that was probably closer to 45 or 50.
Yeah, and Dave's had a little bit of body language there, trying to will his way in there with his hips. Cam tucks that in for his par, and a 8 down in the rain.
That's a fantastic round. Now, a little bit of a poetic finish here. On hole number 1, there was only one birdie, and that was Jamie Pay. On hole 18, there was only one birdie, and it is Mike Pay, both from St. Thomas.
Wow. No relation, I wonder. Any relation?
Yeah, this hole's playing pretty difficult, too, a little bit over par, but you know, these guys are just going to finish off, and they'll be glad to get out of the rain for at least a couple of hours while
grab a bite to eat in that delicious Foxwood clubhouse. There we go. You see our final results here. We got Cam shooting a scorching hot 8 down. Ben at +1. That's a great round as well. Dave kind of put it together near the end here to keep his round from blowing up at a 6 over, which is a common score on this course. And then Jason +8. He'll be looking to fire a better second round there, Julian.
Yeah, and a big thank you to the Paris Disc Golf Club again for all of their encouragement and knowledge to True North Disc Golf and teaching Jeff and explaining the sport to him and getting him to get out and play more often. Big thank you to them and to Craig Snow especially. So we would like to thank Foxwoods Golf Country Club for their huge hospitality to get out there and let us do all the drone coverage and filming it. Innova Disc Golf, making fantastic discs and supporting us. Paris Disc Golf Club again, and especially thank you to all of the players, staff, and you guys, the fans. Thank you very much. You guys have been great. Have a great one.